Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Every Rush song.
And welcome to the show, Every Rush Song. There's Tim, looking very intimidating. Less intimidating. Intimidating.
It's good.
Nice. Well played, Jay.
I'm trying to
Well
just
played.
have my head there, but my shoulder's sticking. There we go.
Well,
Email
hello.
us. Tell us what you think about Tim's head, 2112 at everyrushsong.com. Yes, on the social media sites at Every Rush Song. Today, we're going to talk about what album to do next because we're just about to wrap up Hemispheres, and we got to decide which album to do third.
Yes.
So, shall we use the same format? Just go around the circle and vote, nominate, explain.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say, for
Jay,
this
tell
one,
us what.
yes. But I say for the one after this next album, we get like the Powerball rolly thing, put a bunch of balls, write down the name of the albums, and then we have somebody reach their hand in,
Ben White.
pull the ping pong ball out, and that will be the album.
You had me at reach their hand in.
Wow.
That's what I want. I want a set of ping pong balls, each with a Rush album on it, so that we could have lotteries or
Yes,
Yes.
that would be awesome.
All right. Somebody that can make ping pong balls,
Do it.
you have your task.
Do it.
Go. Come back to us. We want it.
So, who wants
Jay.
to start? You want me to
Jay,
start?
how about Jay? Because your head is perfectly centered in the Starman.
It is.
The red star logo there.
Starman. Nothing
Jay.
but Starman.
Starman.
Jay repping for the
All
Temples
of
of
the
Syrinx.
Starman.
Well, okay, so I'm going to throw out my first choice for the next album to cover. Shane, did you want to say something first?
I'm gonna write it down.
Oh, okay. And this is going to be a real the shocker for you, for all of you.
I'm going to say right now, I know what it is.
What is it?
It's Rush.
Well, of course
The
it's
first
Rush.
album.
Well, it's
We're doing-
Rush. We're doing it's every Rush
Okay,
song, Tim. That's
okay,
the band
okay.
that we're talking about.
Gosh,
Welcome
I
to the show,
understand.
Tim.
The first album.
Tim,
That was your.
Oh.
I
That's
think
your
I made
number
my-
one choose mate.
I think I made my feelings pretty clear about that album. And you're right. It is the first Rush
What?
album.
Wow.
1974 self-titled Rush.
Wow.
And I have come
Really?
around on this album.
Neil's not even
really-
on it.
I really like it. I know Neil's not on it. It's very classic rock sounding. It's definitely not your the Rush that you come to know in later albums. There's a hint of it there, I think, with maybe what's the last song on that album?
Working Man?
Working Man.
Less-
Working Man is the one song I would say would be the hint of Rush to come. The rest of it is very classic album to me. You hear a little Boston, you hear a lot of Led Zeppelin influence.
Oh yeah.
But I've been listening to it, and I just kind of I set my mindset was, okay, this is a Rush album, but don't expect it to sound like Rush. Just take it for what it is, and just listening to it as it is, I really, really like it. And I think our good friend Brian, who doesn't like Rush, I think he should listen to that. In fact, I gave him that album.
I'm sorry, but obviously Brian isn't a really good friend. No mo.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, Brian.
Well, he
Be
is
our
for
friend
me,
on Beer
so-
Thursday, but not on every Rush.
Wow. Well, anyway, yeah, that's my pick. My first choice would be the very first Rush album.
There it is. Got you down. Tim.
I think so.
You know, real quick before we go to me, when you were saying that you were hearing some Rushness that we would get later on, right? That's what you were saying.
And
But
Working Man. Working
in
Man
Working Man,
is the closest I think I
but
hear
see,
a classic Rush sound.
to me, I agree with you on there, but on the song before and after, the introduction, how it's long, it builds up a little bit, and it really has nothing to do with the rest of the song. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
that to me is a little hint of Getty and Alex, wanting to just do these little jams,
hmm
that would, anyways, yes. So I can,
Yes, but do you agree?
Perfect.
no.
That's improvement going on around here. All right, Tim.
All right, Tim.
I'm
My
ready to write
first-
down your suggestion.
My first choose make option would be counterparts.
Ooh,
Counterparts.
You know what? I almost put that one down.
Well, you should have,
Foolish
because then we
heart.
would have been in agreement.
Okay, Tim.
I-
Why counterparts?
Number one, because besides Moving Pictures, it's the second greatest album Rush ever did.
Really? I'm writing that down.
For those of you just joining, we're
hang
talking
on.
about 1993's
Moving Pictures
Counterparts.
is number one. All the others are number two. So for me to say
Oh,
that
okay,
Counterparts
okay.
is
I
number
gotcha.
two,
Okay.
okay,
So not number two alone.
right.
Yeah.
Number
Count-
two.
Along with the rest of them aside from
And when I'm saying this, again, I just said all the other
Moving
albums are
Pictures.
number two.
Uh-huh.
But Counterparts was album that after such a long break of the heavy keyboard era, Power Windows, Grace Under Pressure, Hold Your Fire, with Presto, the keyboard's still there, not as heavy. And then again in Roll the Bones, the guitar started to come back, just not a bunch of power chords and then really good guitar solos. There was a lot more rhythm guitar being played on those two albums. Counterparts is the album where the balls came back. Because the first time I heard Stick It Out on the radio,
Stick
they-
It Out.
they had not announced, hey, this is the new single from Rush. The song just came on, and I thought it was a new Kiss song. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
You thought it was a
And you're
kid?
like, wait,
I mean,
that's
it
not
was-
Paul Stanley.
So I mean, I was like, wow. They've upped the distortion on the guitar again. And the rest of the album is just an incredible album. It was an incredible tour. It was on that tour that they brought back Cygnus X1 Book 2 Hemispheres Prelude as part of it wasn't in was it the encore? No,
Come
it
up with a
was
longer title, Tim.
but it was towards the end of the show. And okay, Hemispheres. They brought that in, and we're just like, oh, what are those Canadians?
I
So-
don't think I saw that tour.
You're correct, Jay. You did not.
Damn.
It was a good one. I love Counterparts.
So why do you think we should do it next?
I do too.
I do too. It's definitely one of my top 17 Rush albums.
Yeah, for sure.
See, you've got 17. I've got 2.
there's 17 that are tied for number 1, and then 2 that are tied for number 2.
Right.
Just kidding. I'm gonna be a broken record, and I'm going to say Clockwork Angels because it rocks. The more I listen to it, the more I like it. And I got the audio book, and it's just sitting in my queue waiting to be listened to.
Yeah, you must not like it that much if you haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, I think we've had this
The-
conversation before.
I know,
Right.
I know.
How long has
So-
it been sitting in your queue?
No, I didn't buy it until this week. But
Oh, okay.
and if we don't do it next, I'm gonna go ahead and read and listen to the book mainly because it's probably gonna be really hard to analyze without knowing what
I was going to say you
what's
should
happened.
probably read it, and then but I like the idea of you doing that, and then you
Yeah.
can kind of
Shane,
fill us in on all that
And
stuff.
maybe
Shane-
I'm just looking for a reason to do an album, an entire album twice because I mean,
Now,
if you think about it, we
I
only have
almost-
169 episodes max that we could do. We gotta fill something.
I listened to that album a couple times this week, as a matter of fact, and
Yeah.
I do. I love that album, and I love the live album.
Mhm.
Uh,
Shane,
What?
could you do me and Jay a favor? And would you call us at night and read
You
to
want to read
us
it to you?
the book?
yeah,
I wonder if
Yeah.
I could share the audio because it's Neil. Neil is the narrator for the audio.
is he really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Neil Peart, not Neil Sean.
This is the reason
Or
why
Patrick Harris?
I'm
Awesome.
not ready to do Clockwork Angels yet.
Sure.
Number
That'll be-
one is what you just said. It's Neil's voice doing the audio reading for the book.
Yeah.
Number
Yeah.
two, it was his last studio album. Number three, it was their last studio album.
No. I'm
And
getting
number
chills.
four, The Garden
I
Now
knew,
it's on
tears
cry.
me up.
I knew you were
every
going to say
time.
that. I
know what?
yeah, I knew you were
All
going
right.
to say that.
I'm
Yeah.
changing my vote to doing Clockwork Angels last. And then right before we record the episode for the garden, we'll quit. We'll cancel the show. We just won't get to it. Can you imagine every Rush
Oh.
song but one?
Except for that one song. Because it makes Tim sad.
Because it makes Tim sad.
Yes. Yes.
Jay, choice number 2.
My choice choose number 2 is going to be A Farewell to Kings. And the reason I choose that one is because it has part 1 of the Cygnus X1,
Yeah.
the voyage, and the very
Good.
cleverly named movements in that one. Prologue 1, 2, and then 3. So this really was on fire when he was naming those.
Yeah, so now we just ought to say, hey, I was listening to Prologue 1 the other day.
Yeah.
I like that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Of course, I want to, because we just listened to the book 2. I feel like we should listen to 1, while book 2 is still on our minds. Closer to the Heart, of course, is on there, and then of course one of Jay's favorite, Jay being myself, is the very I guess it's my favorite one off of there. Yeah, I think it is my favorite one. It's the Olivia Newton, the very not Olivia Newton-John's Xanadu, God rest her soul. Yes.
Bum,
Yes.
bum, 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 bum.
Xanadu. I
Every
don't know all
Jeff
the
Lynne
words.
song.
No, that's a different.
Interestingly
Anywho.
enough, we have already covered 3 songs off of that. So we must really love A Farewell to Kings around here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Wow.
deny. Tim?
Okay.
Would you say that A Farewell to Kings is your second favorite Rush album?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Because
I was
it's
just-
tied with everything except
was
for
just
moving
taking a
pictures.
guess. I was just taking a guess. Man, coming up strong. Man, Jay's going to the old Rush too. Check him out.
Yeah. What's he gonna do next? Nobody knows. Not even
Nobody
he.
knows. Tim, if you had a second choice to pick, and you do, what would it be?
Well, I'm going to trade that Pick Choose Make and take Carmine Culpepper.
Ooh. And he's out. Oh, there's back.
Thanks, Rebby.
And guys, my
Very bold,
second
Sarah.
choice is it involves a dog and a fire hydrant.
Oh, here we go.
It
Kinda
involves an
you
incredible song
Hey, Shane,
about
signal me when he's about to decide.
about parental oppression, high school oppression,
Such a great song.
subdivision.
I love that song.
So therefore, my second choose pick make is Signals.
Signals. Are you just going to pick that every time we do this, Tim?
Well, it's kind of interesting you should
Well,
pick that because isn't this the 40th anniversary?
Oh
Or-
yeah.
Yeah, they're going to
Yeah.
be. Oh, and I
Uh-huh.
said something on a podcast that we did not too long ago, and we sort of, for some reason, we brought this up. With the release of the 40th anniversary, I thought they were going to be releasing a live concert from that tour, and apparently they're not. So I am sad about that.
Plus, it'd be
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
hard since Neil has passed.
Oh, I would like some more live from that time. But
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, I'd like to hear the crowd reaction when they did Countdown. And
The
the space shuttle
final
is taking-
countdown. Not that one. I'm sorry.
Well, I will throw out for your listening pleasure, potentially. Let's see, what's another Rush album?
I think you're. What's it?
I
Ooh,
know I'm
wait.
going. I know I'm going with the more recent stuff here, but I've been listening. This one has really grown on me lately. Snakes and Arrows. In fact, I think I
Oh.
said something before about it being not liking it as much and being one of my least favorites, but its
What?
stock is going up. Its stock is going up.
Okay. I can see that. I listened to that one recently again. What I love about this Rush podcast that we're doing is I've been listening.
Whoa. We're doing the Rush podcast?
Oh, you didn't know?
Nobody told me.
Yeah, we're doing every Rush song.
Rush podcast.
Well, I wonder why you always say that at the
Yeah, but
beginning.
That's it. That's the reason.
Yeah.
And you ever notice we really talk
Lord.
mostly about Rush, so it's weird. But I have been listening to a lot of Rush lately, just to prep myself and as research and stuff. And I am and let's face it here, as we all know, I'm more of a novice or beginner level compared to you guys, with Tim being the expert level, the guru. But
I prefer Master.
okay, well, we'll debate
Okay.
about it, and then you could be the master debater. But I
Don't
think, yeah,
I'm here all week.
but I'm enjoying listening to Rush, and I'm learning new things about the music, and I'm going back and I'm like, okay, well, I didn't hate that song as much as I thought I did. Like, for example, off of Hemispheres. Oh, we'll talk about that later because we're going to wrap up that album.
Okay. Yes. Come
So-
back next week when we
Mhm.
wrap up Hemispheres to what
Oh.
Jay has to say about it.
It.
Tim, you
So,
get to make
okay.
Oh no, Jay, you
Oh,
get to make.
is
your
it my
thing.
turn? Okay.
Yeah, back to you. Back to you,
So,
Jay.
My third.
Jay with sports.
My sports. Everybody plays sport. Go team. So this one's going to be another kind of a shocker. I'm going to pick Choose Mick just because I need to find out.
Sorry.
That was scary.
I just peed my pants.
I
That
did
was
too, a
loud.
little bit. Yeah. I'm going to have to say, this choice may be surprising, but I want to know what it is about Tim, why Tim loves this album so much. So I would like to do Vapor Trails. And I mean, I know like, it's the first album of Neil's, since Neil's tragedy with his daughter and his wife, and it's it's autobiographical with the lyrics and stuff. I listened to it a little bit this week. It's like I'm listening to so much Rush now. It's like
Listen to anything else, Jim.
every Rush song. But
Every Rush song.
I'm very interested to discuss that and go into detail about that because I want to hear Tim's thoughts because you really seem to have a fond spot or a soft spot in your heart for that album.
Oh yeah.
So that's my third choose picnic.
Vapor Trails. Okay. I wrote it down. Tim, if you were to pick an album, what would it
If
be?
I was to pick my third choose make option for what Rush album we're going to converse about next, it would be Son of a Bitch Vapor Trails.
What?
That's right. That's right.
That's a big shocker right there. That's the shocker.
I wrote it
Wow.
down in protest. When I talked to Tim today, I said no colluding.
This was not
Apparently-
colluding.
This was not
Apparently, someone colluded, and I can smell it.
I think
You're
we
gonna need a
colluded
little
without
bit more
realizing.
evidence than that.
Somebody
We-
colluded the cheese, if you know what I'm
I
saying.
think we subconsciously colluded shit, Tim.
See, you know what I'm
Tim in
saying?
Wonderland. Oh man, he's become Ghost Guy again.
Hecto Patronum. Did you tell us why, Tim? Just because you're going to say that in signals?
Because
Every
me and Jay
week.
talked before I talked to you on the phone
Okay.
today.
So untrue. I deny it. I wasn't
That's a good
there.
reason. That's a good
My
reason.
dog ate it. I didn't see it. I wasn't there.
Right.
I don't
No,
have my homework.
Well, that would be the first one that's picked twice.
see,
Yeah.
I mean, you've got an album of such greatness and meaning. Of course, all their albums do.
Yes.
It's just an easy choose make for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
No particular reason, just because I want to talk about Vapor Trails.
Well, and I would like to talk about it because I want to hear. I want to understand what's special about it to you. I mean, I like some of the songs on it. Like I said, I listened to it this week. I want to listen to it a lot more because I feel like it's time I understand why Tim loves Vapor Trails.
I love Vapor Trails.
Tim, do you love Vapor Trails or have you just heard it a couple times and
I love Vapor Trails. I love Vapor Trails.
there you have it, Shane. He loves Vapor Trails. That will never get old.
No peer pressure to have unanimous vote.
I'd been listening to a lot of Signals, and I had been leaning towards Signals, but then I thought we have done Power Windows kind of from that keyboard era. Then we did Hemispheres more from that classic, what we call the classic Rush era. And so I was thinking that the next one, should be from an era other than those. So I decided to not nominate Signals. And if you notice, my suggestions have been pretty heavily leaning towards that. What would you call that last era?
I call it the
They've been very, very, what's the word? Very weighted towards the kick-ass area.
area
So I was kind of,
or
yeah,
era.
yeah, you tell me. Because
Okay.
my words aren't on my face right now.
Yeah.
So I was leaning towards that or taking it all the way back to the first album.
Yeah,
Because-
that's a good choice.
I mean, because it could be in the kick-ass era.
It
because
could
is
be.
kick-ass.
it is
but-
pretty kick-ass.
But I decided to just weight it towards the back. It's like a drill press. It's all at the top. It's all the weights at the top. It's going to tip over because I'm going all Kick-Ass era and rounding it out with my third nomination, Vapor Trails.
It's unanimous. Holy crap.
And look, I'll show you proof right here
Oh, you wrote it down?
that I'd
Oh,
already
he's
written it
writing it
down before we
down.
started.
He literally just wrote it down.
Yes. So I guess that doesn't mean we need to revisit rounds 1 and 2 of this because we have a unanimous vote, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah. I also think that
And
from
what
now
are
on,
what are rounds?
yeah, what's around him? I don't understand all these words that you're making up.
Yeah. It sounds like something from that Beer Thursday podcast.
I think anytime we all three mention something, stop.
Thursday
theme song.
Gah.
You got to get the.
Gah. Yeah, I think
and
anytime we have these where we
Shane
check,
just missed out on 3-part harmony.
Oh
like I could
man.
do 3-part harmony.
Well, not at the same
I
time.
didn't miss anything. Oh yeah, good point. I mean, I can record it and go back and after 50 takes, get it eventually.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Not
anytime
me.
that we're doing these, if we get to an album that we all three suggest, we can just end it right there and go with that one.
It's right
Yeah.
there.
I think
Vapor
Yeah.
Trails.
So then I also think that
Yes.
we should rank them next time, and that way go down the list until there's one that each of us says.
Now let me ask you this. So if when we take the after the next album, after we've done Vapor Trails, are we going to go back and try to come up with more choices, or are we going to go to our the runners ups
No,
like,
I say
fresh
we
each
start
time.
on-
fresh each time?
yeah,
Yeah,
But
fresh
you know
each-
what? I like that because it changes. It changed.
right.
What I wanted to do changed from the first time we talked.
If
Yeah,
you had not
Tim's-
started listening to the first album more,
Mhm.
you wouldn't be considering it as
No.
nominating it.
I wouldn't
So-
even. I didn't even want to include it. You know,
right.
that's
Exactly.
right. And now I for shame.
for me.
No shame, not
Oh,
shame.
oh, oh, shame, oh, shame.
It's true.
All right. Well, there we are. Yeah,
That's going
because
to be
Tim's
some
been very
kick-ass
consistent.
episodes.
Oh
Tim's very-
yeah.
Been very consistent in his nominations.
And I don't write anything down.
Yeah.
I've
And I
noticed
don't
that.
remember anything.
So
So it'd be so much fun.
Okay.
There are-
well,
There are 11 songs in this oh no, that's counterparts.
yeah, there are a lot of songs in Vapor Trails. We're gonna be on that one a while.
Okay, so I also, by the way, I listened to
3 months. About 3 months.
I listened to Vapor Trails, and then I listened to the 2013 remaster, and I'm not really sure if I'm hearing anything. Maybe the vocals are a little bit more clear, but I'm not sure if I'm hearing anything different.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard the original. So I don't know. I've only heard the remix.
Gentlemen, there are 13 songs
Yeah.
on Vapor Trails. This will be a 13. This will probably take us through the summer.
It'll last the entire summer. Except I want to
Yeah.
be, especially since I want to do Bastille Day on Bastille Day.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
When is Bastille Day?
July 5th?
14th. 14th.
14th.
July 14th.
Okay.
Dun,
Wait a
dun,
second.
dun, 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 dun.
9th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th,
Yes.
16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. No, it's the 22nd, 23rd,
What's he doing?
24th.
Why is Tim disappeared into an album
25th,
cover
He's
counting?
probably lost his mind.
He has lost his
27th.
mind.
We've
Wow.
lost him.
Join
I
us.
think it's over.
And that means, yes, we've already covered
Yeah.
Secret Touch on episode 12. We're going to do Secret Touch again because
Huh?
maybe Jay will listen to it this time.
Actually, you know what? I was just listening to it the other. It popped up on one of my playlists. I was listening to Secret Touch, and it secretly touched me.
Ooh, nice.
Aw.
Well, then in 2 weeks, we will have our intro to Vapor Trails. And then a week after that, whatever the first song is.
Whatever the hell that is. Yeah.
Really? You don't know what the first song is?
It's one little victory away.
It's the song that said, "Hey guys, we're back."
I really thought we were going to do that in our first 12 or so where we were just picking favorites. I really thought that song was going to make it.
Yeah.
But-
well,
What better victory?
I wrote that one little victory. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Cool. All right. Well, until then, email us. Which album do you want us to do fourth? Tell us 2112 at everyrushsong.com. Social medias at everyrushsong. Tim.
Vancouver, the part of Canada nobody really cares for. You've been a great audience. Thank you very kindly. Right.
What about Ryan Reynolds?